very simply, why do we fund an organization that cannot pass an audit? I read it in the paper, year after year of failed audits, and it needs change. And this goes way back years and years and years. And enough's enough.
And you're talking about,
The fire department.
Yeah, he's talking about where the check, there was one check for.
The ad in the paper,
What's that?
the ad in the paper had a picture of West Mayfield sign for our community. It's an embarrassment to our entire community, especially on outside Beaver Falls, New Brighton. Looking at that article, what's West Mayfield doing? The fire department can't even pass an audit. It's embarrassing. I think something needs to be done about it. That's
Okay,
it.
Bob, can I answer that? Okay, they couldn't find a check, and they had the check and a number that what's his name? This is the treasurer, Ron. Ron couldn't find it, and then, but they had the amount and everything, well, he found it, and that got taken care of. So that's what it was about the check.
that was only part of it, I think.
Yeah, that was like.
That wasn't all of
this
it.
There was
month.
a whole list of
That
stuff.
wasn't all of it.
Oh, I didn't see the whole list.
Oh, my like 12 pages long.
Checks.
There was a truck that's not in the right name,
Checks were signed.
That's when we
Uh,
transferred,
minutes aren't being done correctly,
to what was?
minutes for
Yeah.
your meetings.
They used to be, all right.
Those are done monthly. So they do
You've
monthly.
had some new personnel coming down there, that fire department, and I know there's been some issues with them not knowing exactly what to do and how to do some of it. It's not an excuse, it's just a fact. That's what it is.
I mean, if
That's
you're
part-
not
that's
going up
part
to
of it.
Tuesday, come to our meeting.
But I
We'd
think,
like-
I
we'd
think,
like
They
to-
threw us out when the meeting started.
did they pass the,
Next Tuesday.
did you guys get the
We went to the meeting, we were told we had to leave.
salt?
It's not about new personnel. It's,
Yeah,
they're talking
yeah,
years
you guys
ago.
didn't get the audit,
Yeah, that's
It's been
all
going on for
taken care of.
years.
That's all taken care
it's
of.
all been taken care of.
So we need to call the courthouse and ask if it's taken care of.
You can do that.
Lou, we went to the meeting and you told us once the meeting started, we had to leave.
Yeah.
No, I said
Yeah.
you can come
Yeah.
back.
Exactly.
did.
what happened.
Yeah.
He said we had to leave.
When we
the
do
meeting
membership,
started.
if you're not a permanent member, you have to step out till we're done with that, you can come back in. And some of the people did come
So
back.
you're saying
just
meetings
like
are open to the public?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, they told us
There
to
you go.
leave.
They told us to leave.
They told us we had to go.
And we're on membership, people had to leave.
Yeah. So the next
Because
meeting,
personal information.
Next
personal
meeting's
talk.
Tuesday.
Please.
We'll see you Tuesday.
the
Can
next
you provide them an
meeting,
agenda, so this way they know where they're at? Can you provide them an agenda? Like a listing of what you're gonna be talking about?
No, you talk too fast.
Like this.
Agenda, just like what we do.
Yeah, we have one. Yeah.
Can you provide it to them as they come in, so this way they know?
Yeah, we can't put everything down.
I mean, it's like, this, we're gonna be talking about this, this, this,
Yeah.
this.
Yeah, we can do that.
So
I
you
mean,
know
there's
when they're.
stuff there that,
Guys, you're gonna have to be quiet back
Are
there.
you gonna?
Mayor's gotta,
We can-
mayor has to be able to hear
It'll be
everybody.
easier for them.
yeah, we can do that. Just make copies when they come there, we can hand them out to them. It's no problem.
Yes, I am.
Are they gonna be able to ask questions? Or no?
No, you can ask questions.
Okay.
On that note, I got a call from Mark Stowe, and he wants to know, he was concerned about the adequacy of our fire department, which I know a lot of people are. And I guess you guys were the last ones to get to the fire at the bottom of the
We
hill.
weren't the last ones, but I had them,
He said that he had the
Move
fire
so they
put
could
out
keep-
before you guys even showed up.
we were blocked in at the station because of the road. We couldn't even get down the side roads. They come in from the bottom half, they could get right to it. And
and
that's
they
what
also
happened
said that
here.
they were already on their truck when the call came in, so they responded immediately.
Well, is
And you
that,
gotta understand, not only this fire department, but every fire department in the county that is volunteer has to respond to the station to get their truck. Like most of them, people work. People work, sometimes they gotta respond from work if they're allowed to leave. So yes, it does make it delayed, and there is time. But I've also seen times when we were running mutual aid with Beaver Falls and Chippewa, that we've beat them to their own call, depending on where the locations are and what the situations are. As far as this fire department, as far as I'm concerned, is it the top of the line? No. Is it adequate? Yes. These people are responding to calls when they get them. They know how to handle any county, any department in the county. I don't care if it's Beaver Falls, New Brighton, well, any of them that have a fire call mutual aid every time, unless it's something minor.
Well, that's what
They
Mark
all
was,
call mutual aid. This fire department has a mutual aid list, and they call mutual aid, and that's the reason for it. So you're getting the same protection you would any other way, except we're only paying $3,500 instead of $25,000 a year. We're already over budget, so let's eliminate the fire department, which cost us
how are we,
$25,000.
what do you mean 3,500?
How much did you pay the fire department this year in donations?
Well,
$3,500.
okay, and so that's all we pay.
That's all you pay to the fire department.
I thought we paid for insurance and everything.
Don't you think you're gonna do that for other companies?
Well,
If
of
you hire
course.
somebody else in, they're gonna do
Yeah,
that,
Of course,
state mandated.
sure.
and that's what I'm
But
telling you.
he was telling me that they're not even supposed to come out whenever there's a West Mayfield fire. He said that there was, I don't know how this works, but he said they were toned, that he heard 2 or 3 tones and nobody responded, so they said, screw it, and they came up.
Yeah,
They were called,
I don't know if they were, how that went, I didn't hear
Little Ray
that call.
called.
I'm just telling you,
I'm just telling you, the overall fire department isn't a problem. I'm not telling you there's no issues down there, but if you read the little letter I put out, this council really has no jurisdiction over the fire department, just the money that you donate. If you wanna fix the fire department, just like here, join, fix it from within. Go in there and fix it, but you need to join. How many people live in this borough? 11,000, 12,000? And there's 6 members of this community that belong to that fire department.
No, almost 2,000 live in the borough.
Yeah, and, you know, I
Whatever.
think you,
Yeah.
But either way, there's only 6 people, 6 residents in this borough that live in this borough that are members of that fire department. That's a shame. That's a shame. I got the same problem for emergency management.
I don't even know
There's
who,
3 people on emergency management for this borough. Me, Eli, and now my son. I got room on that staff for 5, 10, 15. I put signs out, I've asked people before. Nobody wants to get involved. It's easy to sit back and blame somebody for it. Get involved and fix it. Help it. It's easy to point the finger and say, hey, you didn't do this. But it's a lot harder to get involved and help it.
well, it's easy to say, but how many new members have joined this fire department from this borough in the last year?
From this borough?
Yeah,
I don't know. 1, 2, 0. 1, I don't know.
How many
0.
joined and quit?
no.
Maybe 0, I don't know.
Who's that?
Scotty, what's his last name?
Matt Clough,
No,
Not
the
him.
tree trimmer.
McReynolds, Sean McReynolds.
Yeah, Sean, I can never remember.
And that's the other problem about all, not just fire department, all small fire departments. If they're real small, they have a hard time with members because people join to fight fires, the ones that finally do join. You don't have no fire calls, they don't want to be here. We've lost a lot of members through the years that went to Chippewa, Beaver Falls, all these other fire stations that get hundreds and upon hundreds of calls because that's what they want to do. They want to respond to calls. They don't want to come here and just, gee, we're going to have training night, we're going to sit around and do this, we're going to sit around and do that. They want to respond to calls, and it's hard to keep their interest in doing this.
And Beaver Falls relies on mutual aid, just like we do.
Everybody.
They have to
Everybody in the
have it.
valley.
I mean, they all have.
I understand that, I'm just, I mean, do the residents feel safe with what we have? You're saying, well, we need help. I understand that, but is it
It's
our-
the way it is.
is it safe? Is it effective? Do you have the ability to actually, if yous are out working Who drives that fire truck?
Wendy. does.
Wendy.
No, I do
Who else?
too.
And
I
you?
drive.
Who else?
I've
Bill
done it.
was driving,
Was.
yeah, because he took his retirement.
So you got two
He can
people.
still show up.
And if you're on vacation, who drives that truck?
We're never on vacation together.
Yeah, they
Never.
won't take vacation together, that's a
No,
fact.
we always make sure that someone's there to drive the truck.
But the point is, it's the same thing in any fire department. And if you stay, who's gonna be there? Nobody. They have mutual aid established to cover. And if they're late getting it, it's because they have mutual aid established to cover. So the same people that are coming to the fire calls now are gonna be the same people that are gonna come to the fire calls when you eliminate the fire department and raise taxes 25,000.
Why
It's gonna be
25,000?
Because that's what it's gonna cost you to
If
get
we
a new
would
fire
go with
department.
payroll.
You have to hire somebody.
He said it's about 20,000.
Well, I got the paperwork right here if you wanna look at it. What was it, 3 to 4 years ago when they came
19,
in?
he said.
They've been at 20,000, 5% increase every year. Now, I don't know if you guys were here back when we did away with our police department. We eliminated the police department. We went for Chippewa. We gave them our car, we gave them everything out of the jail we had. The only stipulation we put in is you hire our officer on your force. They did that. I think it was like 38,000 or 35,000. I can't remember the exact number. I wasn't on council then, I was on, just sitting back there. The following year, they came in and said, you know what, we can't do that anymore, we're raising it to 75,000. So you're at their mercy, you got nothing now. So if your fall comes in and says that, I'm not saying they would, but you're at their mercy if they decide to change it to a
Now-
higher rate.
Who pays for the maintenance on the trucks?
We do.
Who's
They
we?
do. The fire
We
department.
do,
And where do you get the money from?
out of our general fund, or, it all depends, some of it's, relief, and then, the rest of it is, general fund.
It doesn't come out of our budget.
No,
Tires,
no,
nothing.
no.
The money that the council gives them can go to anything they say
Anything.
choose.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically it's bills, because I think the last time I talked to Eli, he said it's like $1,100 or $1,200 a month for utilities in that place.
Is Beaver Falls mutual aid?
Yeah.
So
They're
if
done.
there is an issue in the borough, if you guys can't get to it, there's not an issue with Beaver Falls coming up
No.
here and taking care of that.
As long as they're called,
But here's
we
the
have
other
to
issue.
call.
So who gets called?
Here's the other issue.
If there's a
At this
fire.
meeting that we had when we were talking about having them come up and take over the fire department, their assistant chief sat there and said, we will not answer a call in West Mayfield unless we are paid. That
That's
was
not
his-
what he told me.
Well, that was the assistant chief's director at the meeting.
Paid from who? Who's gonna pay them? The homeowner.
That's what, well, they charge the homeowners too. They, well, not the homeowner themselves, but they also charge the homeowner's insurance, which causes premiums to go up. But he specifically, because he accused me of not caring about the citizens when we talked to him, them guys about this, and I said, you're wrong, I do. That's why I'm asking questions. And then he made the statement, well, if you don't accept this contract, then we are not coming up here to fight fires unless you pay us. Fine, we can't afford to pay you, so you're not coming.
Well, that's not what Mark told me.
Yeah,
Well-
I was at the meeting, Mark was at the meeting.
And something else you guys might want to, we'll save it for the next meeting, but the whole thing about, if they charge your homeowner's insurance, look, the last thing I care about when my house is on fire is if my insurance is gonna go up. I gotta
Exactly.
get whatever I gotta get out of that house. The faster that fire is put out, the more money I can save or whatever, you know what I mean? So that might be something beneficial for you guys to look into as well. I know you hate charging people, but if you need the money, everybody else is doing it.
Well, not everybody, but yeah, there are ones out there doing it.
Most people are. Here's the thing, you gotta do what you gotta do to feed yourself.
I don't disagree with you,
But, okay,
but they're trying not to burden the citizens, and
right.
because that will lead to increase in insurance rates.
Have we posted anything on our Facebook account of West Mayfield? Like, can us as citizens, or not citizens, as council members, agree to have something put on our Facebook page and our website, fire department seeking new members? I mean, anything you can do that helps.
I'm sure they would be glad to have
Yeah.
any membership promotion campaigns that they can.
Sure. The big thing is getting the word out. You know, get the word out, see what happens.
So if my house is on fire, who gets toned to come up?
Okay, you have Chippewa, you have the Heights, you have the Township, you have White Township, you have us. That's on a regular call. If it's any kind of, whether you see flames or whatever, I'll have second alarm come in. That's Beaver Falls, Big Beaver, Dorrington, South Beaver.
Why isn't Beaver Falls on the list for the first? Because don't they have somebody there all the time? You're telling
They
me
got
all these
4 people there all the
volunteers.
time.
Yeah.
You're telling me all these
Because- it's
volunteer
because
fire
the statement they
departments.
made that they will not respond unless they're getting paid. We can't afford to pay them.
Oh, we need to
That's
get
that's not.
Well, that's what they
not
said.
right.
I can't help whether it's right or not.
All right. Well, I'm
That's
going
what
to
they
look into
said.
that for next meeting then.
It's fine.
Yeah. Go to the meeting.
Well, I also talked to a fireman from Chippewa, who said when these calls come in, okay, they call West Mayfield and say, do you want us to come? Do you want assistance? Or whatever the word is.
No, they're automatic.
Automatic.
Their automatic dispatch takes care of all that.
And
I
Chippewa,
send in a paper for it and everything. They take care of all of it.
and Chippewa uses West Mayfield constantly
Yes.
for traffic control. They will not respond, their fire department members, to a traffic call to control traffic. They call West Mayfield because they don't want to do it. That's Chippewa. You don't believe that, go check it out.
You should push it 376 and.
Yeah,
Yeah.
anytime they have an accident, they have lights out or something like that, they call West Mayfield to come out and watch it. They don't want to respond. I've ran into a number of their guys, said, aren't you guys, but have a call? Yeah, I don't do traffic.
Brian, did you say you had something else?
Bill, are you in the fire department?
Yes, sir, I am.
You didn't tell me. I thought you weren't on the fire department anymore.
I took my life membership. I'm still in, but I'm a member.
You go to meetings and you're active with what goes on there and the organization and everything?
What's that?
You go to meetings and you're active in there and you go,
I was not active as far as fire calls. I have gone, I was just at the, what was it, this January meeting or December?
January.
Yeah, January.
so why are they failing audits? If you want to do all the talking, why are they failing audits? That's the question here.
I think we just answered that. We had.
No, you didn't answer. Why are they failing audits?
I only failed one.
No, they didn't. Did you read the article in there?
No, I did
There's
not.
not just one about one check. There's multiple checks. There's
there's 3 or
vehicles.
4 years.
There's all kind of stuff. It's like 3 or 4
It's
years.
12 pages long.
It's not a one incident. Don't play it off like it's nothing.
I'm not playing it off. like
Yes,
it's
you
nothing.
are.
I'm not playing it
Did you
off
read the
like
whole article?
that. Don't tell me what I'm saying.
Did you read the
I haven't
article?
read the article at all.
Oh, well, you should.
I
You
need to,
should.
and I'd like to get a copy of it so I can do it. Because I will go to the fire department and talk about it.
It's on my.
It's in
I
the
don't
Beaver
have the problem
County Times.
He said it.
You don't have to look very far.
I don't get the time. There's nothing in them things. Let's skip
It's
it.
on the concerned citizens.
Oh, I'm not gonna read it. I belong to the fire department. They're sitting there talking about failed audits on fire department, but I'm not gonna read it. You know how dumb that sounds?
I don't have it. I can't read something I don't have. Send it to me. I'll read
Man,
it.
It's on the
The
concerned
report's
citizens.
right online.
She's not part of that.
Why don't you
I
join the
don't
fire
do
department?
Not part of
Facebook.
Facebook.
But it's with Pennsylvania
I told you that
website. It's
before.
right
It's on
online.
it's on Pennsylvania's website.
You don't even have to be on
There's a whole
Facebook.
list of stuff.
I didn't,
Then I'd
I
have to
didn't.
go to the
12
I don't
pages
know
long or
what's there.
something. Well, I'll tell you what I'd like to do. I'd like a motion on the table to just to put everybody's minds at ease. I would like to set up a committee with some board members, some fire department members, and a couple members from the community to evaluate the abilities of our fire department, the effectiveness. I'd like to talk to Mark Stowe, and apparently you guys aren't talking to the rest of the people the rest of the communities are trying to get a regional thing going. I guess you guys aren't interested in that. But I would like to maybe throw a committee together and have them evaluate everything. And 6 months we'll decide what to do. We'll bring it to the table and decide what to do.
So you're putting the motion on the table?
I don't know. if that's, Joe, is that something that you can do? Because the fire department's a separate entity.
Completely separate.
But it's where.
But
we're given
you
our-
work on the
Overseeing.
town, you're working for the borough though.
Yeah, she had to leave.
You're here for us.
You could form a committee to look at anything you want to, okay, as president of council. You really can't dictate to the fire department to do.
No, I would like to I'd like to have a review done on it and see where we're at with everything and whatever the committee comes up with, then we go with that.
I mean,
When did we
we're,
pass the ISO audit? Remember they come in, was it 2 years ago?
I mean,
And
do we
said that we
continue
were,
giving the 3,000?
the only reason we didn't make a better standing is because we don't have, quote, full-time people.
We're not paid. We
We
got
don't pay, we don't have
a
people around the clock. They said as
5.5.
far as what we do down there, they thought we were one of the better fire departments. We
And
rated
that
higher
gentleman
than
went
most.
through 3 years of records, minutes, truck reports, and training, and we passed it.
Not according to the state
so-
audit.
No, because that was a title mess up.
Well, second. All right, let it
You
go.
made a motion?
Well, next time he
You made
texts
the
me on my
motion,
No,
phone.
he's asking
I
for
asked
a
if
motion.
they,
He has to make a motion. He asked.
If, whatever we do, the whole thing is resolution. You got, like, everything, right now, it's this way, this way, this way, this way. I see it on both sides. I am totally for it. I don't know what else to say about
So
that. I mean,
if you do this thing, well, I don't know what the results are, what are you gonna do about it?
I don't know, that's
Are you
up to
going
the,
to-
that's up
Are
to
you going to say
whatever.
we are no longer going to have the West Mayfield Fire Department?
No,
answer our
I
fire
think what
calls?
they need to
We
do
don't
is
know
get
what's
other
gonna
people
happen.
involved in
I'm
the
just
fire
saying.
department to help change this, to make it better, so that we're not running into this same thing over and over and over again.
And that's exactly what the fire department is saying, we need citizens to come in and join this fire department to
They're
help
asking
them,
for
to
people to
help
come
do
join
that.
us.
but that's the problem, you're not
You're not in
getting
it. You
people.
can't say
There's a
that.
reason behind it, and you gotta find out why. So,
Why they're not coming, I wish I knew.
You got a question back here?
go ahead.
My name is Mike Mayfield. I am a member of the fire department. I don't even live in West Mayfield.
That's a concern too.
I live in White Township. And I take my time to come over and protect this borough instead of where I live. That's how much that fire department means to me, what Lou means to me, what Wendy means to me, what Matt, Emmy, and Denise mean to me. We respond, and it's always the same people that get there. And yes, we got 5 mutual aid companies that respond with us. If you're worried about safety, there's gonna be safety. Your house will be protected. Are we the first one there all the time? Work schedules base that. There's only one company in this county, no, 2, that would ever be first on scene. That's Beaver Falls because they're manned, and Aliquippa because they're manned. Every other fire company in Beaver County is volunteer, and every other fire company in Beaver County has 4 companies on their mutual aid first call out town. So, Beaver Falls, they have New Brighton, Big Beaver, Rochester on their first town, and they're a manned station. Aliquippa has Hopewell, Center, Ambridge on their first turnout, and they're a manned paid station. People want to help, they need to come down to our department on Tuesdays and turn their application in and help fight fires in this community. We also go to White Township. We also go to Patterson. We also go to Heights. We also go to Chippewa. So the company doesn't sit down there and do nothing. We're respected by other fire departments. I don't understand why the citizens in this borough don't respect the fire department. Especially when you have
Personal, that's why.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 members of our fire department that don't live in the borough, but come up here to protect this firm.
That's another issue. That's part of the issue. Where do you live? You're in White Township.
White Township,
Beaver Falls.
Matt,
Beaver Falls.
Beer Falls,
New
New Brighton.
Pulaski.
I understand that this community is more elderly. I'm not a young gun myself. Jake knows how old I am. Bob, you know how old I am.
Not really.
Yeah. I'm the same age as your deceased brother. I went to school with Lyle.
I know now.
So,
All right, thank you.
That's part of why I took my life membership. I'm 71 years old.
I'd like to say good.
Well,
Well, that's why some people need to step down.
If you wanna look into it, I say
I need a
Mayor,
motion
that's what
first.
we need you.
I need a
I mean, I'm
motion.
not being named.
he made the
I'm not
motion, I
saying their
second.
name.
All right, first,
People have
Jeff
told
made a
me
motion, Jake
The
seconded.
objective is
They ain't
to
gonna
get
come.
I'll
the
put a
fire
committee
department
together,
together.
and it's gonna be fair. It'll be fire
That's why they
department,
don't wanna join. There's
community,
a lot of people telling me to
and
join, but
Citizens.
citizens.
And we tried this regional fire department twice. We tried regional police department twice.
All right,
And I went to South Beaver, Patterson, Patterson Heights, and none of them wanted to get involved because it was all directed to one fire department. So everything that everybody worked for and owned would have been turned over to one fire department. They didn't want to lose the area that they were covering.
okay.
And 5 or 6 years
Matt,
ago.
you have
that
something
was
to add?
It was $67,000.
Yeah.
My name is Matthew Starr. I live in the city. I'm concerned with the fire department and a member of the fire department because of the citizens up here. I know that they are elderly. They need to help, but we need to help too. And we have, most of the thing as I hear through the grapevine in this community is that we are not trained. We are just as trained as Beaver Falls is. They do the same things we do.
I don't know about that.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
He's gone to the schools.
I've gone through
So you-
essentials classes twice.
Me too.
I've had essentials classes 3 times. I've been in the fire service for 20 years.
Okay,
What's that mean?
You don't want to hear it.
thank you.
No, the thing is we are qualified. We take the same as tests that they do down there. They get paid for it. We don't.
Okay.
So why are we getting slandered because, oh, well, we're not qualified. We show up late.
I
Well,
can't answer that.
Yeah. and
Most of us members don't live within the borough.
Council gets slandered.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, I have something.
Go ahead, Lou.
You know, we've never had a problem with council and the fire department until up to 2 years ago. Never had a problem. They did everything for us, we did everything for them. Now, all of a sudden, all kinds of stuff is going on. I don't know why, and I don't know what the problems are,
Personality conflicts.
but it's,
And we do have
it's
a lot of
getting
that.
out of hand. Put it to one.
Okay.
Wow. We need
Next.
to try to find something where we're gonna come together.
Yeah.
Joe, 4504 West State Avenue. This doesn't concerns the fire department with the auxiliary, okay? No, I'm not gonna join to fight fires. We brought up the fact that there were several women who wanted to join auxiliary, and they said it was closed. New bylaws were supposed to be written at the beginning of the year. We have several people who would probably join, which would help maybe raise money for the fire department, but we're not allowed. First, I was told I'm too old.
Okay, ladies auxiliary,
We suspended him for a while.
Why?
they handed everything over to the fire department, and we will take care of all that.
But why? When is this
We
gonna
don't
happen?
need ladies auxiliary.
But they raise money.
Yeah, you
I remember
Maybe
back in
later
the
on down the
day.
line, we'll
What's
start
that?
something back up. For right now, we're
I
not
think,
having
I think
ladies
the ladies
auxiliary.
Now's when
auxiliary
you
could be a
need the
good
money.
organization.
I think
Yes,
it
it
could
could
be
be.
too.
And I think that that's what we need. I was told the same thing, that it was cause after a certain age.
Why?
I always thought that the ladies auxiliary were mostly
They were
our
older women.
elderly women and people
They
like
used to
that.
have- they used to
Because
have
they have the
sales.
time
Bake
and
pies,
Never
bake
retired.
soup,
to do that.
they raise money for the
I
fire
think it's
department.
a, I
So
think
you
it'd be a good
just
thing to have the
stated,
ladies auxiliary
we
back
need
in.
to join, we need to help.
I remember
We
that
have
when I was
women who
growing
wanna
up.
put themselves out there, maybe join the auxiliary help,
Which was like
but no,
86,
they don't
yeah.
wanna open it, they wanna do
Once she's
anything.
in there.
It's like shot down.
Guys, she's got the.
Why is it, not an option? Why is it not open?
We're not having ladies.
I don't know, that's, the ladies auxiliary.
Maybe in the future,
Separate thing in there.
but everything that's going on,
But
all
do
the
you not have
trouble.
any?
No.
No
we're not-
members, no auxiliary now, none at all.
Fire department,
There's nobody in an auxiliary.
fire department.
I was told there were 3 people in the auxiliary.
Yeah, but still, everything was turned over to the
Why?
fire department.
So there's 3 people in the auxiliary right now.
No, it's
No,
gone.
they-
It's gone.
We
Shut
did
it down.
away
suspended it.
with ladies auxiliary.
We put it away, suspended it for
They
now.
But
handed
I'm
everything
presenting,
over
I'm
to
telling
the
you,
fire
you
department.
want us people to reach out and help make money, help this fire department. It's an idea.
I agree.
Once we
So-
get done with all this childish play, then we'll start it up. You
Blame it on
know what, Ron? I don't wanna hear your smart words.
All right.
Blame it on us.
Save that for an executive.
Thank you, Marge. Who's next?
That's it.
All right, I'm gonna need a motion to go back to citizen.
Go back to business.
Business.
Yeah, business.
I'd like to talk about the audit.
I think we need to move on with this
Yeah.
meeting.
Well, I just wanted to,
You can talk to, we'll get a committee together, and you can tell them everything you wanna tell them.
well, the audit's taken care of.
Thank you, appreciate it.